My name is Melanie Keiling. I run the blog Autistic Grandma. I am neurodivergent autistic. I have 4 neurodivergent autistic children with multiple comorbids. I do my advocacy from home because I am a stay-at-home parent. And I'm just glad that I can be here to help any way I can. Well, it's very difficult since we all have sensory issues of differing types, even me. And so I spent, like, say we're planning on an event, we're going to go somewhere. I sit and worry about it, and my brain picks it apart, trying to make sure everyone has everything they need in order to function, even for 15 minutes in an environment. And I'm always on edge. I'm nervous about even leaving the house. And if I knew, like, I know I can take my kids out to the woods for a walk because it's quiet and it smells nice. And there's not a lot of people. But to take them into a restaurant, a library, it's frightening, especially with my older kids. I don't know how people are going to react if they start to argue and fight with each other. If one of them has a meltdown, I have to look for the exit, how I'm going to get the kids out before there's a full-blown meltdown. And then, of course, looking at the eyes staring at you. I've had lots of people, especially with my 7-year-old, tell me, you need to discipline him. Well, you can't discipline sensory processing disorders out of people. You have to support. And so it would be nice if there were more places that were sensory friendly. And I know that's hard, but I think if businesses would realize that autistic people do have jobs and money, and they're missing out on the opportunity to get that money into their till by not providing an environment that's conducive to the comfort of someone with a sensory processing issue. Anything can trigger it. I mean, it's different for everyone. For me, I can feel my blood pressure. I'm on blood pressure medicine actually to control this, because if I get embarrassed or overloaded with too many sounds coming from different directions, my skin will start to get hot. My blood pressure will start to go up, and it's either cry or leave as quickly as possible. But when you're young, you don't have maybe the language skills or the ability to just walk out of a building. And so, and they don't know how, they don't have any self-care and they don't have the ability to self-soothe. We're all hooking up online. Most people I know, and then I know thousands of neurodivergent people, they don't attempt to go out and mingle. They would rather meet people online who have similar interests and make friends that way. And that's not the way it should be, because all the autistic people I know want to engage in activities where they can get out of the house, but it's so overwhelming they can't. But online you can, because you can just walk away from the computer, you can walk away from your phone. And so Autistic Spaces, neurodivergent spaces online have really blossomed over the last few years, as far as I can tell. It's really taken off, giving people a way to connect, where otherwise they couldn't. But they're really going to have to use their empathy to really take a look at their business, and use your empathy to see how somebody that maybe senses things differently than them would take the environment. For instance, I go to the same grocery store all the time, and I'm driving to the grocery store, and I am wondering if did they clean out the produce refrigerators? Because I can smell the mold inside the produce refrigerators when they have not cleaned them out. And I can tell when they cleaned them the minute I get in the door. And so just little things like that, the lighting. I don't know any autistic neurodivergent people who like overhead fluorescent lighting. Zero. And the smells, sights, like, more natural lighting. If you have the ability to do that, with windows are available, natural lighting, side lighting. If you're playing music, turn it down, because it's hard for me if someone is talking to me and there's a loud noise going on. I cannot hear what they're saying. Like it sounds like the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown, wah, wah, wah. And I have to stare at their lips to try to extrapolate what they're saying. And I could only imagine how for children, that's impossible because they don't realize what's going on. I am an adult. I know that I have this issue. They don't. And so just use your empathy. Maybe talk to a few autistic people, adults, and try to understand. I think a lot of people could get a lot farther in this world if they would just open up their empathy and work it like a muscle. Where you might see anger, what's really going on is they're afraid, they're overwhelmed, they want to cry, they want to run. And if you're seeing them lash out, it's because they don't know yet how to handle those feelings and how to channel them into, this is how I fix this. I leave, or I wear my sound canceling headphones, or I can just check out now. I can sit in a room full of people and pick up my phone and I'm gone. I won't hear anything that goes on in the room. But I didn't used to be able to do that. And my kids are learning how to do that. But it's taking a long time. Patience. Patience with the neurodivergent community. We're not little. I mean, if you want to narrow it down, the ADHD community, the bipolar community, really, we're just all one community that you're missing out on the money that we have that we want to spend. I'll just go on Amazon. Do you want to lure me in to spend my money in your store? Use that empathy.